Welcome to this video where I'm going to show you how to do everything to run a good, successful Etsy dropshipping store using print on demand, giving you a free way to fully automate everything. When I say free, I mean the software to do this is free, but you do need tokens and things like that, and also it costs to list on Etsy. However, this script will do everything for you, from the titles to the description to the tags to the designing and to the uploading. Okay, it's literally everything. But first of all, we need to pick a niche, and I just want one product. I just want to upload a simple square product onto Etsy. So we're going to be doing some niche research, and the way that we're going to be doing that is we're going to be using a video idea that I had in January 2023. So about 5 months ago, I talked about this, and Rich Burgess actually came up with this idea originally, and then I made the idea even better. But basically, there is a search operator that you can put into Google, and it will show you every single listing with between 100 and 100,000 reviews, okay? So the way this works is we do site etsy.com/listing. So if you go on any Etsy listing, you'll see it has etsy.com/listing. And then in text, item reviews 100 to 100,000. What this does is it filters any of the reviews, anything that has under 100 reviews, okay? And then finally, in title poster, this tells Etsy or tells Google that I only want to see posters. So for example, you can see here, it says item reviews 591, which means this exact product has sold 591 times at least, but it's probably sold more than that. That's just people who have left reviews. Another thing you can do is you can click on images, the same thing. You can scroll down and you can see what kind of stuff is ranking on Etsy and ranking on Google. So because I can't do text, okay, so you can add text to this if you want, and there probably is a way to add text to the script, but I don't want to add text because it's just too complicated. I just want to do aesthetic things, okay? So I think posters is a good shout. I think some vibey posters using some cool keywords is a way to go here, okay? But if you want to know how to do this research, basically what you do is you go on Printify, you go over on catalog. By the way, if you want to do this and you want to support my channel, please use the affiliate link for Printify in the description. It is a very, very good service. And you can basically look for anything here, okay? So tech accessories, let's say you want to sell watches or, you know, something crazy like Blackwater outdoor Bluetooth speakers or something crazy like that, then yeah, this is how you do it. You basically, you find a potential product, so posters, or let's say, I don't know, rugs and mats, for example, and we say round rug, okay? So all you have to do is change in title poster to in title round rug. And we'll see that there are 6,770 results here. That's actually not bad, but I don't think the designs that I'm going to be making in this video are actually going to look good on a rug. We're just going to sit with posters, keep it nice and simple. So what you want to do is you want to go on posters. Just a quick mention, by the way, the process I'm showing you in this video, the Stable Diffusion is not quite available for commercial use yet, okay? So do not do this with the beta version of Stable Diffusion until it's been released for commercial use. And actually my script is using the commercially viable option at the moment. When it is available for commercial use, I will also put the better version in there, okay? But for now, it's using the version that's not that good. But yeah. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to click on a few products and have a look at the print provider, see what rating they've got. 7.8, I'm not really digging that, to be fair. So I'm just looking for something that has a bit of a better rating. 9.7, location Latvia. Probably not, because I want to sell in the US, I guess. So Latvia is not great. 7.8 rating. I'm just going to find one that has a decent rating and is printed in America, just because you can also put American made. Okay, so this one here, printed simply, looks great, looks perfect. So what you want to do now is you want to click on Start Designing. You don't actually need to do anything here, okay? What you actually need are these two numbers right here, and I'm going to show you exactly where to put those numbers just now. I want you to also now go to the description and open up the GitHub that says github.com/income stream surfer print on demand Printify automation. Like I just said, this currently is using the worst version of Stable Diffusion. Okay, so when I scroll down to where is Stable Diffusion? Okay, basically click on code and click on copy. You're going to need something called Visual Studio Code, okay? So go on Google, type in Visual Studio Code, download it. You also need something called Git SCM. Click on here and you basically just want to download it and install it, etc., etc. What this does is it allows you to use git clone as a command. Once you have Visual Studio Code, open it up, and then click on File and Open Folder. Once inside here, you want to right click and press New Folder and call it whatever you want. So Printify Automation, let's just call it that. And then click Select Folder. Then you want to click on Terminal, click New Terminal. And you want to type in git clone and then Control V for the thing that we copied before. And then we'll call this Printify and press Enter. This will not take very long at all. As you can see, it's already done. If you click on the README, there's a little explanation of everything that you need to do. So as it says here, the beta, oh my God, I cannot remember how to say this word in English. The beta version of Stable Diffusion cannot be used for commercial use right now. So I did have to change it. Once it's available, this will be insane, okay? But for now, it's just decent. But very, very soon, it'll be absolutely crazy. So this is the thing that in the future, we will change this to the current version of Stable Diffusion. But for now, it's just using the slightly worse version of Stable Diffusion. I will be deleting this API key after this video, so please do not waste your time trying to copy and paste it. What you now need is your OpenAI key. Presuming that you've used ChatGPT before, then you probably already know how to get it. But basically, go to platform.openai.com, make an account, and then click View API Keys. I'm going to have to delete one because I already have loads, as you can see. And then just click on New Secret Key. Okay, so click on your profile, View API Keys, Create Secret Key. The name does not matter, and press Create Secret Key, and then press Copy. And then highlight only, do not remove these little dashes here. They're incredibly important, okay? If you're new to programming, then please watch what I'm doing very, very carefully. So you want to keep the speech marks, okay? Now you want to go to, oh my God, this word, beta.dreamstudio.ai/account, make an account, and then go to this section right here. Press confirm. I believe it's, if you click on your account here at the top, if you click on here, it'll take you to this page and you'll have an API key probably all ready to go. This is where you put your API key. You put it here and you put it here, okay? If you want to know the settings that you can put, so first of all, you can change your title right here, okay? You will actually have to change this. So I'm going to write a little comment here saying change this required. So on line 19 currently, although this might have changed when you're watching this video, so don't look at the line numbers. Look for def generate clickable title. When you see def in Python, it means define, and it's a new function, okay? So this function here is generating the clickable title. So now, because we're doing posters instead of cork back coasters, sorry, we're doing posters, not coasters anymore. That's a little bit confusing. What we want to do is, let's have a look where we can get this information. No, let's click back a second. So this is a vertical matte poster. So we're going to replace this with vertical matte poster like this, okay? What I want you to think of, this is like using a tool, but using it in the back end, okay? So you do need to know a little bit of information here. But if you just follow exactly what I'm doing, then you should not have any problems. Again, because it says cork back coaster right here, we want to change that for vertical matte poster right here, and then press Control S to save it. Then we're going to scroll down. This is define generate description. So does this make sense? Generate a compelling description for a, no, we don't want this, we want this, vertical matte poster, singular, with the theme detail. Detail, I'll show you in a minute what that means. Actually, I'll show you right now. On the input CSV, these are the details, okay? So these are the keywords we're going to be playing with right now. So just remember that. I'll explain that in more detail in just a moment. Let's just get through all of these functions real quick. Define, generate tags, generate relevant tags for a vertical map poster. These are basically the drop-down options that you see inside every tool. It's just literally, we're just changing the settings ourselves. That's literally it. And it's for free because I don't have to host it. I don't have to do anything, okay? And then we're going to keep scrolling down. It says here, generate the image using Stable Diffusion, okay? This is all set up for you. You don't have to change anything here. You will have to change this model in the future, but for now, do not sell things that are made by things that are not allowed for commercial use, okay? So if you actually look at Stability AI, who I think are the creators of Stable Diffusion, but I'm still a little bit confused by that, because I thought it was open source, but now it's not open source, or it doesn't seem fully open source or something. I really don't understand that, to be honest with you. But basically, if you click on this blog post right here, it says towards the bottom that the license SDXL 0.9 is released under a non-commercial research-only license and is subject to terms of use. Okay, but don't worry, because the script that you are downloading from my GitHub currently has this model, which does use a commercially accepted license. However, the results are not as good. So if you're watching this video now on the 11th of July 2023, I would wait a little bit before you go hard on this, okay? Because it does cost a little bit of money to produce the images. It does take a little bit of time to do all the research, etc., etc. I would wait until Stable Diffusion is allowed for commercial use, okay? But that doesn't mean you can't start to understand this process, you can't test it, etc. It's just don't actually sell the products until they've said that that's okay, okay? I hope that makes sense. And then the next part of this is to upscale the image, okay? So from 512 by 512 to 2048 to 2048. So if you know anything about print on demand, you'll know that this is legit and it's actually doing something amazing, okay? What I want you to do now is in your terminal type cd Printify, and I believe we can go ahead and create our images, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write Python. Actually, we're not quite there yet because you need to install packages. If this is your first time running this script, you'll need to, for example, type... So to install packages, this is why I don't like making programming tutorials, by the way, because they just make everything so complicated. You need Python, first of all, okay? I just assumed that you all knew that you needed Python. But if you don't have Python, download the latest version of Python. That should come with pip, I believe. But if it doesn't, then just go on Google, type in pip install, and then just work out how to install pip. Once you have pip installed properly, you can do pip install, and then, for example, OpenAI, and that will install the package. There is a better way to do this, okay, if I was making a full tool, but for now at least, just install the packages. So you also need to do pip install pillow, and pip install pandas, and pip install, etc., etc., okay? Once you've installed them all, okay, then you can run the script. So I'm going to write Python upscale create images.py. This should run first time with no problems. If this has a problem, I might cry a little bit because I was working on this all day, and now when I'm making a video, it's not going to work. Okay, it has worked. So like I said before, the images on this version of Stable Diffusion are not that good, okay? So yes, I fully understand that this is not the best image ever. However, I think, like, even considering this is the worst version of Stable Diffusion, that's pretty impressive, to be fair. But I will show you a test where instead of using the older version, we use the current version. But again, they're not commercially acceptable. So if you're wondering where these images are coming from, all you need to do is create a CSV like you can see right here. I have details, cartoon cats in space, cartoon cats in Venice, cartoon dogs in pajamas, pastel cartoon cats in Paris. The list is endless, okay? The list is up to your imagination, or you could even use ChatGPT, okay? You could give ChatGPT this list and you could say, give me another 500 funny cat situations, dog situations, giraffe, unicorn, I don't know, anything, okay? So let's have a look at the images. This is using the worst version of Stable Diffusion, which I personally would not use. I'm going to be waiting until the next version is released. So that is the version, the worst version. Let's have a quick look at the better version and the reason I'm making this video, because honestly, it's insane, okay? It's really, really good. So we can go on dreamstudio.ai/API, I believe. Okay, let's just type in Dream Studio API on Google. Click on the first one that comes up. Oh, it's .com. What? Why? Why? Okay, click on REST API and then do Control F and type in that word again. Beta. Oh God, I really need to learn how to say that word. And then we're going to copy this right here. I do not recommend doing this. I'm just showing you because it's really, it's so much better, okay? But for now, these are not allowed to be used for commercial use. So just hold your horses. I'm just showing you for research purposes only. So click on Upscale Create Images again. And I'm not even going to say it like I'm suggesting you do it. So I am just going to do this as a test. And then I am going to press Control S. And then I am going to run Python Upscale Create Images again. But you are not going to do this because you should not do this, okay? This is just a test. I'm just doing it as a test. Let's see how much better the images are. So if you click, I mean, look at that. That's actually insane. Look how good that is. And this is the upscale version. So the way to see if it's like actually good is by zooming in, okay? So you can see when you zoom in, the quality is way higher. Look, if you zoom in, you can see already it's started to get pixelated. This is how print on demand works, because when you print this image, wow. That's actually crazy. It's actually crazy how good that is. I'm impressed by that. I don't know if you guys are impressed by that. Look at that. Look at that. That is so good. Wow. Sorry, I'm getting distracted just by how good that is. And the final image is this, which is kind of a nice little pattern-y type thing. Okay, this is the first part of the script. We have another part of the script, which is upscale, upload images. Please pay attention here because this is kind of complicated. The first thing you want to do is you want to go on Google and type in Printify API. You can do thousands of products like this, okay? Thousands of products per hour. I don't know if Printify will actually let you, but the capability is there. Once you're on the API, you want to scroll down a little bit and you want to click Generate Token. Okay, again, we need an API token. So click Generate, give it a random name and press Generate and then copy to clipboard. Then go to Upscale Upload Images.py and you want to put this code right here. Okay, and then I hit Control S. You also, unfortunately, need to put the code right here, even though this is a comment. So I want you to put it where this comment is right here, where it says find your shop ID. And then from the curl, you want to move it all the way down and press Control C. I know that seems a bit complicated. I hope I explained that properly. Okay, so you just want to copy and paste curl x get https api.printify.com shops.json header authorize and then your security key. Okay, you then want to press the Windows button or whatever you're on and go on command prompt or terminal, whatever your system you're using. Then press Control V and then hit enter. What this does is it gives us a list of our stores, but I just realized you might not have a store on Printify yet. So let's quickly show people how to do that. Click add a new store on here and click Etsy. This will take you to your connection, okay? You must already have an Etsy account. So just make an Etsy account and then connect the store just like that. It's so simple, okay? I already have one called Mystery Tea. I'll probably be making another one just because I want to experiment with this a little bit more. But I just have to wait for Stable Diffusion to be commercially acceptable. Otherwise, I'm risking like a lot of problems in the future. So what you want is this ID right here, okay? So this ID is for Mystery Tea. Sales channel is Etsy. If you don't see anything here, it's because you haven't made your shop or you haven't connected your shop yet, okay? So you will need to connect your shop before doing this. Once you've done that, you can put your shop ID right here. I've never done this with Etsy, but I'm just going to assume it works in the same place, okay? Right, now you need to learn the hardest part of this, in my opinion, which is how to change the product. This is where it would be a lot better if this was a tool and not just a Python script. If you want me to make a tool with this, please comment down below. And if I ever do, I will try and make it free for people or maybe make people pay like like a really, really small amount. But if I'm going to make a tool from this, I probably will have to charge a bit of money because it will cost me to host it. Anyway, so to change the print object, use this to find the variant ID. I'm going to explain that in 1 second, but first of all, we need to put our security key right here, just like we did before. Oops, I got rid of the bearer accidentally. Do not get rid of the bearer accidentally. Just where it says your Printify key, highlight it and press Ctrl V. Okay, it's that easy. Now what we need to do is we need to get those two numbers that I showed you before. Okay, so we decided on posters. Okay, so I'm going to click Start Designing on Printed Simply. Okay, this is the specific product with the specific provider. Okay, so these two numbers in the URL is what we need. 852 is the first number. It's the product ID. Okay, and then we have the blueprint ID. Sorry, the other one, the print provider ID, which is 73. Okay. Then what we have to do is we have to do very similar things to before. Grab this curl right here, all the way down to the secret key, Control V, and press Enter right here. Okay, this will give you this rather long response. What I'm looking for here is either square or vertical. I don't really want horizontal. So what I'm looking for is the word vertical. There we go, vertical. Let's just go with this one, even though it's probably going to be a little bit too big. ID, there we go. So what you need is one of these numbers. Obviously, this is a little bit of a weird example just because of how many variants this product has. But if you, I guess you could put this in a bit more of a digestible format by, I don't know, putting it right here, for example. And then you can look Control F for vertical. And then, yeah, that's a little bit easier actually to find them. So let's see, let's just get a random one right here. Where is the ID? There. No, it's horizontal. Okay, so we've got a random example right here. So we're going to put this, and we're going to put this in, we need to put this in a few places, okay? So first of all, we need to put it here where it says ID, and then we need to put it here where it says variant ID, and then we also need the two numbers from before, so from the product itself. So let's go back to Printify. And this is the blueprint ID, and this is the print provider ID, okay? And then there's one more thing we actually have to change, which I completely forgot about. Sorry about that. If you go to upscale create images.py again, there's actually some information that we need to delete. Right here. So it says this personalized photo coaster, which is obviously wrong. Okay. So the first thing we want to do, actually, I wish I talked about this before, but it doesn't matter. If you watch all the video, then you're gonna basically learn how to do this completely. So you want to just do a random product and press save. Okay. So this does a couple of things. First of all, we need this information here, this description. The reason that we want that is basically because. So let me just actually post this. Publish. Okay, and then we're going to click inside here. Okay, normally this gives us me code. I don't know why the hell it's not giving me code suddenly. Oh, because it's on Etsy instead of Printify. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to get rid of this right here because this is for my coasters, and instead we're going to put the thing about my posters. I keep thinking in my head every time I say coaster that I've just said poster, so it's incredibly confusing. Okay, we're going to save that, and we're going to actually have to run upscale create images again for this to work. So we will run Python upscale create images.py, and it will create those images again for me. And then pretty much everything is complete. The final thing you need to look at is price, okay? So this is completely up to you. Currently, 3999 is 39.99, okay? So we need to look at the price here. The retail price is 17.28. The production cost is 10. Shipping cost is 16. So if we put 29.99, is this recommended price? So we need to make sure that we're looking at the right variant as well. I think for now, we're just going to put the price a little bit lower. So we'll put like 29.99. And then once we've actually made the product, we can check if the prices are good, and I'll show you how to do that as well. But these results, honestly, they are just insane. They are so, so good. Stable Diffusion XD, or XL, I just said XD. XL is so, so good, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to do Python, upscale, upload images.py. This might not work because I've never done it with Etsy, and also I'm currently banned on Etsy or suspended on Etsy because I didn't pay my marketing costs because I just forgot, basically. I thought there was a payment method, but there wasn't. So yeah, this might not work, but we will see in 1 second. Okay, it worked. Product 1 created successfully. So now if we go back to my products on my Etsy store, there should be a brand new product right here. We shall see. Out of This World Cartoon Cat Vertical Map Poster. We click here. Okay, so you can see this is actually a square, so this wouldn't work, okay? I think coasters I might have been onto a winner with coasters, to be honest with you. I'm not going to go back and change everything just because I cannot be bothered, but I can show you how you could probably fix this if you wanted to. But yeah, basically, because this is just, yeah, the resolution is wrong. I'm kind of stupid. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me sometimes. I really should have worked that out. But yeah, still pretty awesome if you think about it. Look at the titles as well. Venetian Adventures, Cartoon Cats Splashing in Venice. That is really good for SEO. Come on, let's have a look at the tags. Apparently you can't do tags on Printify automatically for Etsy. Well, that's kind of annoying. I didn't even know that. Okay, so this is actually why I recommend normally that you use Shopify instead of Etsy, because it's more under your control. But it actually seems like you cannot do tags through Printify on Etsy, which is kind of stupid. But yeah, basically everything else is automated, but it seems like tags are not automatable on the Printify API. So let's talk a little bit about how we can change the upload so that it works a little bit better. Here there is an option that says scale. I think if we put this on 1.5 and then rerun this, it will cut a bit of the picture off, but at least the entire poster will be taken up, if that makes sense. Okay, as you can see, by putting the scale up a little bit, there's no more white on the poster except at the very top. So I guess we could do 1.7 instead of, or 1.6 instead of 1.5. But yeah, absolutely everything was automated in this video except the tags. This is also not only relevant for Etsy. You can use this for Shopify, whatever you personally want. Okay, that's it. If you want to support me in any way, please just use my Printify affiliate link or share this video around. Get my GitHub going a little bit, etc., etc. I also have YouTube membership if you want to join, but I really don't mind if you don't join. It's completely fine. It's all up to you. Again, please wait until Stable Diffusion XL is available for commercial use. I just wanted to make this video because I'm really, really proud of the work that I have just done, and by speeding up the process. This is the pricing, by the way. Obviously, this is way too high for this particular product because the production cost is much lower. So I'd probably change it to $19.99. That's it. Hope this helps. Hope this helps you get on with your print-on-demand Etsy dropshipping business. And I'll see you very, very soon with some more content. Peace out.